Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Study English with Frank. And today we are on Lesson 5 of terms that you should know in relation to the Internet and how to access the Internet. And today we're going to be talking about that very thing, how to access the Internet, different ways that you can get online, jump on the Internet, right, as we've learned. And the way that you need to do that is to get some type of Internet provider. Internet provider. The first way that people often connect to the Internet is using their smart device, their smartphone. And I'm sure that you already know how to do this. You find an internet provider in your country, and you get a SIM card. Is that how they call it in your country? SIM card? Or do you have another name for it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be very curious to know what it is called in your country. But it's the little card that you insert into your phone so that you can connect your phone to your internet provider. And once they can start communicating, because of the SIM card, you can start connecting to the internet. Now, in addition to getting the SIM card, you will also need to purchase some data. And what that basically means is that you pay the internet provider maybe $10, $20, or the equivalent in your currency to load up on your plan, your internet plan, some data. And that should probably give you maybe 2 gigabytes or maybe 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes. I find that the cost of gigabytes really varies from country to country that I visit. And I'd also be interested to know how much it costs in your country. How much does 10 gigabytes of data cost in your country? Let me know in the comments below. And it'll be fun to see different countries, how much it costs to connect to the internet with your internet providers. All right, so you get a SIM card, you get data, and it's usually measured in gigabytes of data. And if you get 10 gigabytes of data, that should last you a long time if you're just surfing the internet, or maybe getting your emails, or posting a photo on Facebook. 10 gigabytes should last you a fairly long time. But if you start watching videos on your phone, that's going to eat up more data, more gigabytes. And you might find that you have to go down to the kiosk and purchase more data for your phone. Now, the other way that a lot of people get their internet is find a provider, an internet provider that can bring the internet right into their homes. And usually, wherever you're living, there may be 2 or 3 different companies that will bring the cable, usually, to your home. They might have the cable running along your street, and if you call them up and say, "I'd like internet," well, they might send out somebody and string the rest of the cable to your house. And then you will have an internet provider to your house. Then there's another step. After the cable comes to your house, the cable has to go into a device that is called a router. A router. Usually, these days, it's mostly a Wi-Fi router. It used to be that this device, you'd plug in all sorts of cables that you would connect to your desktop computer. But nowadays, because so many devices are mobile, it is also sends the signal out over the air throughout the house. But it's still called a router. And that routes the signal coming from your internet provider out through your house to connect to your devices. So a router. And with the internet coming into your house, when you sign up for the plan, you might want to check and make sure how many gigabytes that provider will allow you each month. And they might have 2 or 3 plans that you can pick from. And if you pay a little bit a month, you might only get 10 gigabytes or 20 gigabytes, 50 gigabytes per month. And everybody in the house, when they're using their devices, will be using up that data. And so you want to make sure that you have enough data to not run out before the end of the month, right? And here at our house, we need, because of we're doing these YouTube channels, we need what's called unlimited data. Unlimited data. And you might want to check with your internet provider to see if they have a plan that gives you unlimited data. And if you can afford the plan, then that is, I think, the best way, because you never have to worry about how much data you and your family are using all throughout the month. Here at our house, we use a lot of data. We have, my wife, TK, has a YouTube channel, and she's uploading things and downloading things a lot. And then I have my YouTube channels, but also the work that I do. I work with video files, and they're huge, big files that I have to upload and download. And so if we had a limited plan, I'm sure that we would run out very quickly, even before the end of the month. And so we have an unlimited plan, and we can just relax and not worry about running out of data. Now, another thing that you might want to check when you are shopping around for your internet provider is how fast is their connection. How fast can you send a file up to the internet? And how fast are the speeds when you're downloading or when you're watching a movie on your smart TV? Or maybe in one room, you're watching a smart TV, and in another room, your children are online, and down in the basement, your spouse is doing something, maybe watching a different movie. How many different devices can you have connected at the same time before things start to slow down and stutter along and you can't watch your movie because it's just stuttering? Well, if that is happening at your house, it could be that your internet speed is slow. And so when you're shopping for your internet provider, that's one of the things that you'll want to look into is what kind of connection speeds do they offer you? And they might be different at different plan levels. Some levels of some different plans might have faster internet connections. Here at our house, we have a fiber optic cable coming to our house, and so we have really fast up speeds and down speeds, we call them. The speed of uploading and the speed of downloading. And it is rated as a 1.5 gigabit speed. And so we could have 20 different TVs playing here, and there would be no stutter because we have those fast internet speeds. And it's really helpful for us because when we're uploading these big video files to YouTube, we want to be sure that it doesn't take hardly any time at all. If you had a slow connection, it might take an hour to upload a YouTube video. But for us, because we have the fast upload speeds, it only takes a few minutes to upload a big video file to YouTube. Well, I think those are the terms that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you learned some new terms today. And if so, if you found the video helpful, I invite you to give it a like. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time here at Study English with Frank. So long for now.